I'm still here. It's April the 13th, I think, 2023. It's been about 6 months since I last posted a video here. Sorry about that. Lifey stuff happened. So I actually did create another video, which you'll see shortly, about the restoration of the Wendover Arm. It was the second video about it. I never got round to cutting it at the time because my grandfather became ill and passed away sadly a couple of weeks later. He was 99. He was only a few months away from turning 100, which would have been lovely, but bless him, he had a good innings, and I'm very lucky that I had him in my life for so long, especially as he was my mum's dad, and my mum died when she was 58, so gosh, he lived twice as long, and he was lovely like my mum, so I'm just really glad I had him in my life, and he was like a father to me. So I got a bit embroiled with that, and then it was Christmas and organising a funeral. I ended up taking a part-time job, partly just for a bit of extra money, because while I did have actually I'm going to start walking. I think my head wasn't quite in the right place. I had a lot going on, so in terms of actually trying to concentrate on reviving my own career and a project that I wanted to work on, which was a course that I created to teach photography, I kind of put that on the back burner. So I got myself a part-time job, which was weird. I've been self-employed for about 18 years, so it was weird, but I kind of enjoyed it as well. But it also reminded me that is not something that I mean, it's very low pay. It's not something I want to do forever, and so it's a bit of a kick up the backside to get on with what I really need to do, with creating and selling my online course to teach boudoir photography, and I am back on track with that now, so that's pretty exciting. But back to the part-time job, it was, the people are lovely, and I enjoy dealing with people, and obviously I've dealt with my own clients for years, so I'm really good with customers, and it served its purpose, and I think it picked me up, maybe even boosted my self-esteem for a bit actually, as I was feeling kind of low, as we still hadn't sold our house. I'm back living in the house. It's been nearly a year now. It's not even on the market at the moment, so we're going to have to put it back on again soon. And I'm also trying to sell my grandfather's house now as well. So I've been juggling a few things, had a few balls in the air. What I'd like to do now is actually just show you the video that I recorded back in October about the Wendover Arm. So that was in autumn and we're now in spring, but never mind. Better late than never. Enjoy. Bye. That, my friends, is a remote control industrial lawnmower. Who'd have thought, hey? Well, there's two lawnmowers up here. There's the lazy man with the remote control one, and then the man who is putting his back into it and actually pushing the lawnmower over the other side. So if I get too close to one of them, I'll have to stop recording so it'll get noisy. Anyway, lovely, sunny, breezy October day. I can see my hair going all mad, look at that. So I'm still trying to sell the house. I probably couldn't have picked a worse time to sell a house, what with the economy all sort of upside down and everything in England. But anyway, persevering. I had a friend over the other day who I've known for quite a few years. She started off as a client actually, and then we became friends. And she reads tarot cards in her own way. And so she came over and I did a little practice with her, and then she did a reading for me. But it's not always what I want to hear when she does a reading actually. And not for the first time, she said to me, I can't see you living on a narrowboat. I think you'll find it claustrophobic, it'll drive you nuts after a while. I didn't really want to hear that. Now ever had those doubts, it wouldn't have bothered me, but she'd touched a bit of a nerve there, because that's just one thing that would put me off. Is just, you know, I'm not someone that needs a great big house. I never have been. I quite like a smaller, cosier space, but I have thought, well, would that be too much? Oh, that's better. I've just got out of the wind and away from the lawnmowers. It's a bit quieter now. I like this bit actually. It's just like around the reservoir. There's a bit of a wooded path, and it's all strewn with autumnal leaves at the moment, so it's lovely. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy. It takes me a while to get out the door to come for a walk. Not lazy, procrastination. I don't know why, because I love walking. I think to some extent my energy's been a bit low lately, because nothing's really moving with selling the house. I feel very much in limbo and like I'm not able to move on with my life. I'm going to look at the empty canal. I did see some work going on up there the other day, but sod's law. Obviously I didn't have my phone on me, so I couldn't show the evidence. And back to the boat. Well, I was very enthusiastic to begin with, and I still am. I guess it's a bit like, in a way, a new relationship or something. Like, you can be all excited at the beginning, and you might have rose-tinted glasses on, but then as the relationship settles down, you know, you see the rough bits around the edges, and you develop a different kind of relationship, and you need to grow understanding and get to know them better. May need to make some allowances. Hope they make some allowances for you, and the relationship grows based on that kind of deep understanding and respect for each other. And that's how I see a boat, actually. You need to look after the boat, and the boat will look after you. And to be honest, I think somebody said that to me the other day, and it's just popped into my head. I'm pretty sure they said that, and that absolutely makes sense, because I've seen how you know, the boats, they definitely need looking after and maintenance. Otherwise, the next thing you know, the bloody thing's sinking. Or you've got no electricity or no fuel, or, you know, you've got to look after it. And whilst you do have to maintain a house, a boat is sitting in water all the time, and it's made of steel, so it's very, very, very slowly going to get corroded. Well, hopefully slowly. So I'm not in a position to buy a boat anyway now, because I don't have the money, because I need to sell my house. So I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it and see how I feel at the time. And once I have the money for the house, if a lovely boat comes up, I fall in love with it, yeah, I probably will go for it. But if not, then I'm not going to rush into anything. I don't want to buy something that's a bit grotty, because I know it could take quite a lot of time to do up a boat, and I think, having come out of marriage and everything, I don't know if I want to live in, I'll not say squalor, but I think I'd just like a nice home, really, where I can feel safe and happy, and where I can relax. Oh, the sun's gone now. And a home that I can just make my own, really. So yeah, let's sell the house first and see where we can go from there. You know, there are so many benefits to living on a boat, such as you can just keep moving if you don't mind the neighbours. But from a positive point of view, it's just fun to cruise and discover new places. And unless you're in a town, you're usually surrounded by trees and nature, and every time you pop out and come outside the boat, swans and ducks make a beeline for you, hoping you've got food, so you're never lonely. And also, I'd own my home outright as well, which would be a nice feeling, but would also possibly make me feel a little bit nervous and very protective about it as well. So let's see what happens with selling the house. say, I'm meeting up with my husband this afternoon and we're going to have a chat about it and see what our next move will be. Anyway, I'm actually here now by the Wendover Arm, the dry bit, so let's have a little look and see what's been going on here. Well, there was a rickety fence here and now there's a proper one that means business, serious fencage. Look at that. Also, I've just noticed there's now a sign here. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before. Or maybe it was. No, I'm sure I'd have noticed it anyway. I'm just gonna have a little read of it actually. So, restoring the canal. So, formed in 1989, the Wendover Arm Trust is a charitable body whose aim is to promote and restore this long neglected, beautiful and unique children's waterway. After completion, the canal will once again be a fully navigable and operational canal following its original route from its junction with the Grand Union Canal at Bulbourne through to Wendover, a total of 6 3/4 miles. So engineering work to restore the Wendover Arm has been divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, Tringford Pumping Station to the winding hole west of Little Tring Bridge. So I think that's the winding hole that I pointed out in my video much earlier on when I came up here. I think it's a 3rd one, but don't quote me on that. You'll find it. So phase 1 was completed in November 2004, re-watered in March 2005 and officially opened to navigation for the first time in over 100 years by the Trust's patron David Suchet on Easter Monday. David Suchet? What, Poirot? It can't be. What if it's the same one? I'd love it if it was. I bet it's not. So that was 2005. This included the reconstruction of Little Tring Bridge, designed and rebuilt under contract by British Waterways in 2001, entirely funded by the Wendover Arm Trust and officially opened by Poirot. No, I don't know if it's Poirot, but David Suchet in May 2001. The total cost of phase 1, including the bridge, was £400,470. I don't know if that's a bargain or expensive, no idea. Well, I was just chatting to another man coming along here, and apparently this sign has been here a few years. I don't know how I bloody missed it. It was behind me all the time when I was up here, wondering what was going on with the canal, and it was all here. How observant am I? Anyway, right. Oh, you don't need me reading it all out, do you? All you've got to do is pause the video, and then you can just read it yourself. Water! Oh, I got excited then, but it's just that we've had a lot of rain. It's not actually a proper canal, it's just a bit of rain. Well, quite a lot of rain. But hey, it hasn't leaked. That's a good sign. I mean, I'm guessing that is just rainfall, unless they've put a bit of water in to see if it leaks. Oh, this is nice though, because it's giving me a bit of an idea of what it will eventually be, a canal with water in. Obviously, you know, if this was a canal with a normal amount of water, it wouldn't be as low as that, because the boats wouldn't be floating, they'd be scraping along the bottom. Well, this is nice. I haven't been this way before. I don't know why. I like a new path. Hang on a minute. I think there is a proper canal just the other side of this. Right, so this empty bit that's, I don't know what, rainwater, or perhaps they're testing it out, that ends here. On this bridge I've got more plaques with supporters. Now that is a proper canal. Wow, I didn't realise it restarted just up here. I mean, it looks a bit low. I think that's probably a bit low for a boat at the moment, but oh no, this is definitely, oh, this is exciting. I thought it was dry for much longer than this. I absolutely had no idea there was another bit of canal up here that was kind of normal. Obviously there's no boats on it. This probably, well, this I don't know if they're working on this bit. I need to reread that sign. Yeah, because that's too shallow for a boat. But I presume once they've finished the project, they're going to just fill this up more. Oh, look at that. This is lovely. It's so peaceful here. It'd be really amazing to be on a boat here. Hopefully not too long away. So I could be sitting on my boat here, looking out at the view. Wow. Well, that was nice. I remain hopeful. I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.